but the 60 lane at the country.
Plenty people get message them where they can talk, and some of them message they are not even be true. Now that make Radio Democracy with support from Osiwa, they bring to you special Corona updates program. Usa go to get accurate information about the coronavirus na the country.
This program going to be every Wednesday, 12 to 1 o'clock afternoon.
And Master Sabi people them from the well body sector and other people themselves go there for tell you body sick.
Better don't come. Now Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme, ide. We branch and they all love but not alone. Bokono kenema, we ide. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we ide. Jala free town loan sa, we ide. And my lengthy one, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Union Salone Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
The program Good Morning Salone continues. Send your message or comments to the number 0779819181 or you go to our Facebook page on www.kddemocracy.sl. Well, we come over to the other studio guest winner, Dr. Tonia Musa, and the Director of Media and Alumni International Relations at the University of Salone. You don't need to talk about the online lecture where it's a student at the University of Salone go begin take through online for the second semester. Mr. Musa, you don't need to talk about the steps in terms of being part of this technology system. When you talk about portal, learning, or way how students get for begin learn through this kind of high technology system, a lot of things the way you need for put into consideration. Students get for understand the step in terms of being part of it so that they will make sure say they benefit really from the online internet facility get for day. And also you get some accounting student where if you look at the young course, it involves a lot of breakdown. The University of Salone put all into consideration?
Of course, yes, because let's start with the first one where you call the steps the way the student for access the platform. We don't already get summary of 3 key steps, and that summary of 3 key steps we don't share them now different WhatsApp groups. Then we don't make them available to the deputy registrars, and we don't say they don't use them. I can just emphasize say we side the number day where I think say we don't get 2-3 days query. We side they reach to the number. If na IPAM you there, you get for put I before. If na FBC they get for put F before. If na commerce they, so that with that particular addition it will easily take you to the link so that you go able to go through. So the first thing first where you ask for how the student therefore access the portal. Even apart from the online teaching or learning, from the term trial the way the student and the register, we be done they tell them say try for log on the portal and able go through. But most students they be just don't ignore that. Now that we don't say that they na the learning platform, now then they rush for go day. And because we know say then they rush, we don't able do 2 things. 1, for provide guidelines for the step. 2, for provide contact numbers of the people there. When are key service providers there. In short, we get the ICT managers there for FBC, IPAM, and commerce. We make their name there available with their phone numbers there. We also get the ICT directorate. We also get the webmaster, for the university in name and in number. We also get the portal service provider in name and in number. We also get the quality assurance team the contact numbers and the names, including the media director. So meaning what we do, we make sure say we give out the information then for the contact people then where go get for respond to their specific needs as they get to the platform. The other thing again we put in place where you just asked for, now for let we able for make partnership for let internet access the cost reduce. Generally the internet bandwidth na Salone, you get for understand what we call broadband, broadband width. Now Salone, I mean, in short, we get challenged with the internet. But that notwithstanding, the virtual learning platforms and where we don't select for use, we know say with that challenge still people then they actually get effective interaction. For example, you call the situation an IPAM where they deal with accounting, or Rube College where go they teach accounting. But somebody also go ask, accounting more conceptual, nevertheless na steps they follow. What about pure and applied sciences? What about medical sciences? So I just want to let you take them from there now. Say they not only get illustration, they also get demonstration in terms of learning. But if you check now in a College of Medicine, from where this idea come, the students then, the lecturers then, they don't they work in group. So they don't get different access to virtual platforms then where they enhance their learning. So also if you go IPAM or accounting, student management sciences, similar thing they happen. Likewise Rube College. So all waiting with they emphasize this now extraordinary measures will they take for stopgap actions.
So looking at the access to Android phone, you go agree say no matter how the world improve now, not all students still get Android phone for get or benefit this kind high level of technology in learning. Whose provision I don't make for the one them we not get access to Android phone?
Okay, you see the challenge we get at this moment, they say they call for social distancing. What normally university can provide in such situation are centers. And other centers then they can put the desktop, laptop, internet service, so that way people that will not get them converge. But just think about the call for social distancing. So now that make we believe say at this point in time, this not a situation we don't come where I feel say yes, you don't call for Android phone. But I don't think say Android phone except otherwise. But you get some way they even get 300,000 as the case might be. Second, you get what we call two-step flow approach. Two-step flow approach is if you get PRSP, somebody will get the Android, he can able communicate with you. Now Salone we don't see within the past 3 weeks where people then they Bluetooth, audio clips then now WhatsApp for misinformation, then get patient for si don't listen now. So if you say for example now in a lecture note somebody don't send per audio. And in the WhatsApp, you can also connect them where they maintain social distancing. Listen that lectures then a speaker.
So the university now have to accept say gap day where some students really go for fallout of this.
I mean any takeoff points when a technology you get for member then hiccups.
Alright, so watch now to the issue we get for do with monitoring the content of waiting the lecturers then they give the students now the online teaching, because you self don't see different platforms and the way they don't decide and then they use for reach out to the students. How the university they monitor the content of waiting and they send for Leona go present at the end of the day?
The content now that make it start with say all the content get for deposits now the portal. By department, by faculty, so that the quality assurance team go get for understand say quality control day. Now when I go down prepare me lectures, whether PowerPoint, whether Word, whatever I get for use that lecture format with, I get for deposit time na the portal. For let I go deliver the lectures now me choice now with the student and convenience for go Facebook Live, for go WhatsApp, for go Zoom and the like. That moment there now, the university academic leadership not go necessarily for able for day, but the information where they pass on to the students then for let it up to the expected standard. Now that make I get for deposit me notes and the presentation at the portal. The portal now side for store information. So at any point the need arise, they can download, they can retrieve, they can share. Waiting with the put in at the portal. So that point then a day we get with storage of waiting with the give out. For go now Facebook, for go now Zoom, for go now WhatsApp group or WhatsApp forum. Now for they are able for deliver the lecture effectively, so that the student then go able for respond and interact. Secondly, also the head of departments then also get opportunity for create student representative forum. Now then forum then they then go get feedback from the different student reps then as how then they access, how then they also participate, and how then they get the lectures then from the lecture they go offline. Academic management gets structure where we get the academic leaders, right from the vice chancellor, deputy vice chancellor, deans of faculties, then down to heads of departments, or the directors as the case might be. So basically we can always make sure say we are actually going to go through that line day for me. We make sure say we get quality assurance and quality control.
So looking at this new system of learning where the university bring to online lecture, why una think say na the best for students them for letting continue the lectures?
Like I be say, this na stopgap measure. Already the university be don't get a calendar. Remember, we been get with congregation, where some people can wrongly call convocation at the end of the year. We can get normally na be December, but then we be don't move from them as a result of the outbreak of Ebola. We be done the effects now after Ebola over the years for let we normalize, meaning we come back to the same time where we they do we convocation. You understand? But then you realize say the over the years, even the last congregation we will get now inside February instead of December. So this year we be done already project say we calendar go run from this date to this date to this date, so that we go able done everything and get we result then ready and do we congregation in December. Whilst we dey on this outbreak don't come, and it even affects the first semester exam. The exams then we're not able for done on IPAM, we're not able for done on FBC. We suspend some papers then say the same way then go down ask we for come back together as people, then we go down with exam. So we see say if we sit down, we left with students then, we still dey at home. We don't know when this disease here so get for done. The more time we dey spend home, the more we will get for miss the opportunity of the calendar. And now the world they go virtual. Say where COVID done, but who changes get for come. Even how you dey broadcast try they not to so now. Most of the people there now you choose for get them virtual. So meetings they don't go virtual, and we don't see the benefit of that. So we feel say even education get for rapidly move now for go digital and allow virtual activities. Right. So now that make we actually want lead this process as change agents then as Salone.
Alright, continue for the between at the studio, Dr. Tonya Musa. The program Good Morning Salone, they continue with the take this short break and continue for look at more issues inside the program this Thursday morning.
They causing confusion.
But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look in block them where them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen. Me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement now the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want your concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
Alright, the program Good Morning Salone they continue, and as we all know, this are time where Salone and other countries them na the world don't tower for ensure say them fight the coronavirus. Well, as part of their contribution to government and the people them na Salone for fight this virus, the Open Society Initiative for West Africa OSIWA today they organize one meeting for talk about the useful lesson them where people learn from the Ebola response and where they go able for use now way for help for fight the coronavirus. Well, for sake of this, OSIWA, when at the Open Society Initiative for West Africa, they support real democracy, fix solutions and call for work pan different thing them we get for do with the response to the coronavirus. Well, and they invite una all today as this discussion, the one for Leona say view and be part of you get for download one app where they call Blue Jeans. A free version there of just go you say you download and search for the Blue Jeans app and download them so that you go be part of the panel where they go get today as then get plenty people where they don't put aside for look at this topic. People and we get sabi for response to national thing like this. They don't get them 4 people here where they don't recognize already. Where na Yasmin Jusu Sharif get for be part of the panel. They also get Dr. Nelly Bell, OBCC and Sef Solomon Jamiru. Well, for let you be part of the conversation so that you not go left out for learn this important thing way Osiwa they support for let people and get more information about how to fight the coronavirus. You can just go download your Blue Jeans app and be part of them. Also, Radio Democracy will go for relay. So in case you're not able to forget the Blue Jeans app, stay tuned to Radio Democracy. We will go for being and come to now. The program will go for be 11 o'clock to 12:30 this Thursday morning. Continue for listening. We will go na updates and how this will go for happen. We will continue with the program Good Morning Salone and quickly we will look at other issues of the program now before we come to the studio guest them back. Well, because of the political tension and violence where they happen at different parts of the country, the National Coordinator for the Civil Society Working Group on Epidemics and National Disaster na Salone, where na lawyer Rashid Doumbia say, religious leader them and the international body them for all meeting between President Bio and first time President Kuruma for let them look at thing them where don't they happen at the country, we're not good for the country peace. Well, lawyer Rashid Doumbia talked this inside one meeting where they get this BNTM with journalists them outside the organization full reports but in a way they fair not say been happen na the lockdown we been be this BNTM. You know Kabia more and go report.
Inside March this year, over 20 civil society organizations them come together for form the Consortium of Civil Society Working Group on Epidemic and Natural Disaster in Sierra Leone. Also then they monitor, give support to government, but the coronavirus where they now in the country. And safe, don't they monitor the past 2 lockdown them where governments don't put this behind them. This make Friday, May 8th this year. The consortium we don't go pull na do them reports about them findings and safe some recommendation them where they make to government for sake of the 3-day lockdown we just done at the country. Lawyer Rashid Doumbia, now the National Coordinator for Civil Society Working Group on Epidemic and Natural Disaster, talk about some of the things them where they fair not during this lockdown.
During the lockdown, areas of coverage, Freetown Municipality, Western Urban and Rural, South, North, East and Northwest regions. General observations, positive. There was full cooperation on the part of the masses to stay indoors. Orderliness in terms of control and enforcement of the lockdown by the security personnel was evident. No report of police brutality or inhumane and degrading treatment of defaulters was seen on day one. Some few organizations helped out with food to vulnerable communities. There was effort by the government to implement cash transfers and foodstuff to vulnerable groups through NACSA. And there was also cleaning of the CBD area by the Freetown City Council. Some petrol stations were also allowed to operate in order to help assist TSOs, health workers and security personnel to fuel their cars and be able to do their work in such periods.
No, this one is a special dedication. Wicked. To all the people of the station. Real. All the lovers of Radio Democracy. All the lovers of Radio Land. The voice of the masses. Hear this. Come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1. The voice of the people. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. The true voice of the people. Radio D, to you there's no equal.
Second to none. Radio D, you're still number one.
You are the voice of the voiceless. You are the choice of the voiceless.
Real. Sure.
You did teach and preach, but good governance. You want to see we country advance. You not get party, stand for democracy. You give everybody a chance. 98.1 Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. On news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. On news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy 98.1. We believe in no political party. We have no region. We have no tribe. We believe not in social or class standing. We believe in democracy. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in good governance. We believe in people.
Alright, we apologize for that break there in transmission due to power cuts from Leicester Peak connection. Well, the program Good Morning Salone they continue, and we they go back for listening to the reports where Kabia put together as one lawyer Rashid, we like they work with human rights organization. They call on the international community and serve the religious leader them for get a meeting with the two political heads them, the former president and the sitting president, so that they go look into issues them where they threaten the country peace. Let me listen to the report where Kabia put together.
Inside March this year, over 20 civil society organizations them come together for form the Consortium of Civil Society Working Group on Epidemic and Natural Disaster in Sierra Leone. Outside in the monitor give support to government, but the coronavirus where they now in the country. And safe, don't they monitor the past two lockdown them where governments don't put this behind them. This make Friday, May 8th this year. The consortium we don't go pull na do them reports about them findings and safe some recommendation them where they make to government for sake of the 3-day lockdown we just done at the country. Lawyer Rashid Dumbuya, now the national coordinator for civil society working group on epidemic and natural disaster, talk about some of the things them where they fair not during this lockdown.
During the lockdown, areas of coverage, Freetown Municipality, Western Urban and Rural, South, North, East and Northwest regions. General observations, positive. There was full cooperation on the part of the masses to stay indoors. Orderliness in terms of control and enforcement of the lockdown by the security personnel was evident. No report of police brutality or inhumane and degrading treatment of defaulters was seen on day one. Some few organizations helped out with food to vulnerable communities. There was effort by the government to implement cash transfers and foodstuff to vulnerable groups through NACSA. And there was also cleaning of the CBD area by the Freetown City Council. Some petrol stations were also allowed to operate in order to help assist CSOs, health workers and security personnel to fuel their cars and be able to do their work in such periods.
Usain continue for talk about some of the challenge them where they fair not during this lockdown.
Private health centers and pharmacies remained closed. Bakeries were also closed. Water and electricity supply was still a challenge in some areas. There was also an incident of police brutality and inhumane treatment of defaulters on the second day. The video is presently in circulation. This was, however, we must emphasize, minimal in scale and degree. There was report of some firing incidents around the Stratford, New Englandville area in the early morning hours of day 2. As a result, security was heightened, checkpoints increased, and the checking of vehicles became robust. There were reports also of police arrests and excessive use of force on some youth at Lonsar on day 2. There were reports of vehicles apprehended with harmful and dangerous weapons like cutlasses and knives by the police, especially in the provinces.
Lawyer Rashid Dumbuya carry on for say, one part the recommendation them. Now, also they don't call on religious leaders them and international body them for call one urgent meeting with President Bio and first time President Koroma for tap the political tension and violence within now the country.
It is no gainsaying to opinionate that the COVID-19 fight in Sierra Leone has been largely strangulated by overt political tensions, bickering and animosity. There is therefore a need for urgent steps to be taken to ensure a complete de-escalation of political tensions in the country. We call on the Interreligious Council, international partners and donor community to facilitate an urgent consultative meeting between His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio and former President Ernest Bai Koroma, so as to dissipate tensions between and amongst supporters of the ruling party and that of the main opposition party. In a bid to avoid distractions in the fight against COVID-19 and to further ensure unity and social cohesion in the COVID fight, we strongly advise the state to limit its arrests and clamping down of opposition members and stakeholders, and where practicable, consider the granting of bail to all those that are currently be detained at the Criminal Investigation Department awaiting charges and court trials.
Lawyer Rashid Umbuya end up call on Salone people for go dey wash their hand and self do all the preventive measures them wey well body workman and government don't put for prevent we safe from the coronavirus wey dey now na the country. For Radio Democracy, Kabia the reports.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. They come to guest them. Salone Sugwandi from Amnesty International. You don't talk about two issues, then let we look now at the one we get for do with the last time the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister be referred to them as high profile prisoners them. Where una also gets concern but inside una release. Waiting at the concern where the Amnesty International gets but them people here.
What we call fair trial practices and principles, in the sense that where you get a prisoner, you for ensure say you maintain minimum standards, including one accommodation, you forget hygiene, medical access, you forget water and sanitation, and above all, you forget access to relatives and in lawyer. So we concerned that. Then three high-profile people, make I use the language of the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister. But the fact that they don't charge them with very serious capital offense of treason and other related issues. And so the need for prepare their defense, because mark you, the ultimate punishment for treason, if they find you guilty, now death. Very, very serious one. And so they need for prepare their defense, and the only way they prepare the defense is way they get access to the lawyers. When they put together a very strong defense, at the end of the day, when they see how they go put that defense in court. But we understand from one of the lawyers there, lawyer Ade Macaulay, I called the day before yesterday, may I repeat myself. I asked him, what did it happen? Now he tell me, he said, Mr. Sulban, it's unfortunate that I have written 3-4 letters to the police and the prison authorities. When they give me access to my clients then, so that I will able to know the condition, the state of the condition, how they did, and above all, make I will prepare with defense, because the fact that the Chief Justice don't say they for resume criminal proceedings or trials, but say unfortunately I not get access it. So now based on that, to say this is a bit very alarming, because if this person don't charge her with this very serious case, for whatever reasons, they not able to get access, the lawyer not able to get access to in clients, we will prepare in defense. It's very, very alarming. Very,
so
very
the lawyer be able to tell you now whether or not they don't disclose to them from that day where the incident happened at Pademba Road prison, where them be say they don't pull and commodity for safety. The lawyer able to tell you now whether or not they don't carry and go back na the Pademba Road prison, who side they supposed for the?
No knowledge. He said no, they don't even know their whereabouts. They don't know who side and they. So I mean, this is very worrying. I mean, we really want to let the authorities and tell you where who side they don't locate them now, as at the top. And above, or may they get access to the lawyers and the relatives then.
So you know things say the issue about safety now one way authority them go don't consider. We make from waiting happen na the Pademba Road prison then decide for keeping people here, the location of outside and detain them to themselves, because most people will relate to riot na Pademba Road prison linking it to Paulo Conte.
Well, those are speculations. I mean, the matter is still under investigation. Okay, let me even say that for security reasons. The fact of the matter is, they can't no more Dr. Tonya Musa is we are now living in the virtual world. If the lawyers are able to physically meet the clients there, they can arrange somehow for me to able to talk to them through phone. But even there, according to lawyer Ade, they say they're not able to get access to them. Even when he even suggests that method, still it's becoming challenging.
So international best practice now waiting for happen in terms of people rights way although then they stand trial for then kind offense and the waiting at the best practice.
Now I don't give you what we call fair trial practices and principle. The person can forget access to a lawyer. The prisoner can forget access to a lawyer. In addition to all the other welfare issues, he can forget access to a lawyer. Way to win it's a challenge, especially in the case of Paulo Conte and to others. It's challenging. Let us say Monday, court resumes. How the lawyer really get for begin in defense? We able get contact with the lawyer in client late for me able build up in defense.
So in some of them cases here, what you make waiting the Amnesty International make up again of the postponement of court sittings because here at a stage the Chief Justice been pull information say then they postpone court sitting for some time and look take into consideration some of the high profile cases here the way for they don't appear in a courts but they not appear at all because of that.
We look at it as a serious violation of the rights of the prisoners. It's a very serious violation.
So you also talk about standard of accommodation, food, and medical. As them people they don't describe them as high profile. You know, things say authority them in that particular area they wanna mention inside one of our press release to consider all and they give them the best.
No, well, we know they discriminate. We know they say because then a high profile detainees that they forget the best treatment. No, what we are saying at the minimum standard that for every prisoner with in detention.
Right.
Now they practice that. I mean, it cuts across any prisoner with in detention. Forget the minimum standards.
All right, Dr. Solomon Sobandi, continue for the way to go to Dr. Musa, but let me just quickly look at messages them where people that don't send at the program this morning. This very first one they look at is say, Dr. Musa, the information I saw about myself yesterday when I logged in is inaccurate. I'm currently in year 2 BA Sociology, but I saw BA year 1. Why?
This other message here, they say, Amnesty, why do you only care about specific people in detention?
This other message said, Dr. Musa, the online lectures is really in place, but how effective do you think this online lecture will be, considering the fact that most of the information provided by the university about the students are inaccurate? Some are in year 3, but the university said they are in year 2, while some have completed their diploma course and now doing degree, but yet still they saw diploma.
More message inside the program, and this one they say the university portal system is not working as expected. The best way for us as students is to make the lecturers provide the notes to us through PDF and post it to our WhatsApp groups. And they come out from a concerned students IPAM.
Alright, so they look at small message them where una don't send na the text line and say the Radio Democracy Facebook page. This other one they say how do the students get access to internet facility if you are working with only one internet provider?
This other message is Amnesty International. You said your work is for everybody in terms of human rights, but we are seeing you only calling for few people. Why are you segregating and not involving anybody in your human rights work?
Well, this other message say, why now all the human rights activists here they make noise but custody? Why they not make noise for all the other people where they na custody for petty offenses? Now question what this person they asks.
This other message inside the program is say e-learning is good, but trust me, for Salone, when it comes to internet availability, it's a problem, and other measures that the university should put in place. The way Mr. Musa is saying is not reflecting to what they have put in place.
This other message says, Mr. Subandi, what is the recommendation you are giving to the judiciary in terms of access to justice and that of the police concerning Paulo Conte and others?
This other message here, they say, Mr. Musa, does this mean that for those without registration number will not be able to take lectures?
Alright, from that message and they will come over to studio guests, then we start with Dr. Musa for respond to concern them where people don't raise on the program for the University of Salone.
Okay, let's start with the one about the information relating to the students then at the portal. Now that make we emphasize say we don't already provide the contact people then for every challenge or difficulty the student and they get in terms of this process. In terms of the information at the portal, now the different campus they within they come out, we give the ICT managers them. For example, now FBC, Mr. Desmond Williams in number day, IPAM as well as Kumas. any information where student they go see but himself na the portal, whether he wrong or he not correct, we want me the student they immediately call on them people, then they then go explain. Because for example, if the student they don't done first year, then they go second year, once they don't provide them pass list, the ICT manager supposed for update na the portal, or then for set the portal in a way where he go upgrade himself automatically by grade point. So who side student don't see them kind situation, then they for let that one they know, delay am or make it feel otherwise but the process, we make available the service providers then contact, we go make sure say then do that as early as possible. Somebody talk about the information they give about the reality of the portal work one. The portal they work. If you not been the work, let it check back last year admission how we do them. Last year we not give out paper form to anybody, but only that we they still emphasize say the students then for able for follow the step. Even now they talk so, some students still they will not even log on it for see how them for follow the 3 step they will don't give. So we they appeal to them for let them do them. And that make along the line again we say we don't provide the contacts then of the key service providers then for this process. At any point you get stuck somewhere, you want assistance, just make sure say you get that one day. Even when I sit down here, as I talk, I don't WhatsApp Michael. Michael na one key journalist now. All the information then they were they talk, but then I WhatsApp now as we they talk. Somebody they fast self, you get that kind of hiccup, you in the communicate or share WhatsApp, ask and it go forward and to you. So we try for put on a different groups then so that people go know, students then go know. The other side where somebody asks, he say internet access, yes. Because we know say internet access challenging. Now that make a talker earlier on say we don't sign memorandum of understanding with AfriCell. We dey wait now for say AfriCell self play its own part as early as possible through its own SIM. Apart from that, this is a nationwide internet challenge where we all get. Whether na Seratel, whether na AfriCell, whether na Orange and the like, we know say the internet, speed now is slow, and therefore, but that notwithstanding, we still they use the same speed that we will get for organized Zoom meeting, for then WhatsApp 24 hours, for then Facebook 24 hours. So we want let the student and also be part of the process. Again, the use of email now something very important in learning. Some of the students then where then say even try the way COVID knock it, where you say as submit assignment via email, what be they do physical learning. Somebody they go na internet cafe then type for I say just send an email. If you reply that person, then when that student they get her. The second part is on then they go to the friends then. Go time down they beat me now, send this me assignment here, so use your email. So we want let students then know say we got what we call cyber identity. The cyber identity one that you email. That you email, they make sure say you use them for any opportunity where they search for apart from learning. So would I not get email now? Let open genuine email where they carry the actual name, the actual particular for this kind of activity.
Right. So whose advice should be left to the students in terms of getting feedback where the sessions they don't start so even they get difficulty or challenges? Who side them for channel?
Okay, one, we provide the email address for all the service providers then with them WhatsApp. In fact, some them even give them Skype, address. So meaning any student anywhere at the 3 campuses for any of the activities where you need. When you get for day in challenge, call the person concerned, WhatsApp the person concerned, send SMS to the person concerned. So
if you not get the lecture directly, the administration will not get any provision like for let them reach you directly.
Now the administration you don't contact people, then this what I call.
Okay.
Say for example, we get somebody when an ICT manager. We get somebody when the quality assurance person. Right. We get somebody when a webmaster. We get somebody when the portal service provider. We get the media director.
Right.
So all of them people then they will provide contact numbers, their names, as well as the email.
So
okay.
for students who will not pay it, they go get access to this platform.
Exactly. Now as long as you are bona fide student of the University of Sierra Leone, you dey part of this process.
All right.
When we go get for camp physically, now that time they will go get for shade. You will not register, go with.
Okay, thank you,
know, but for now one port.
Thank you, General, at the program this morning, Dr. Tonya Musa. Over to you, I'm Solomon Sogbandi. People been sending message quickly as to the wrap up the program.
Okay, they say, I mean, why now? Why now? Because now the issue they happen, and mark you, this trial we don't begin before now. We'll not make any comment because if you say the trial they in place. Why now? Because we think say, in terms of fair trial principles and practices, they not get access to the lawyers as well as the relatives, and I make raise the issue. People they say they pick and choose. No, we don't discriminate. I mean discrimination. One thing that they will not ever support in terms of human rights work. If we say everybody equal and everybody.
Somebody make instance say people in Dundee in detention as well and na prison where like they stand trial for petty offences where not only appear court but then just did they.
We don't raise them boku ten. If we don't raise them and even in partnership with the Human Rights Commission and even Prisons Watch. I mean every other time when they talk say the criminal justice get problem and we always raise them to the appropriate authorities. I mean if we say that concerned legitimate, we'll always raise them to the appropriate authorities and say, I mean, somebody no go day behind bars, you know, if bring up. I mean, for any on the trial, you know, fine.
So it's not the recommendation.
The recommendation now to government, especially the Internal Affairs Ministry, now for make accessible. While they will know the whereabouts, then 3 people there, and above all, make them accessible to the lawyers and the relatives. And again, for severe blooding, Paulo Conte in wife. If government no say, I mean, they not get anything against the people and they make them discharge them, or if issues are still there for further investigation, make them give them bail pending investigation.
So now they expect government for, I mean, consider their own recommendation, yeah?
Well, they expect them for, I mean, government need for, look, you see, we believe say government that this government is listening government, they get for listening.
Okay. Okay, plenty thank you to you. In name na Solomon Sogbandi and in the executive director Amnesty International. It don't raise concern but people where they already in a police custody and violence and we don't happen at the country. And for that in call on government for make them get access to them people here. And if case stay on them people here, let them begin stand trial. Plenty thank you to you. You'll be with guests this morning inside the program Good Morning Salone. And also to Dr. Tonya Musa, the Director of Media Alumni International Relations at the University of Salone. If they talk about the online lecture for the second semester, I don't talk about the different measures where the university don't put in place. And if students they get any challenge for get access to this platform when a new learning system decide where them for go. Once more again, thank you we will guests this morning inside the program.
You're welcome.
Well, now this edition of the program Good Morning Salone go left you for today. Plenty thank you to Michael Sambola and Alex Longins-Koma. We produce the program to cover in team we make on see we live on our Facebook page, and also to DJ Ahmad we give technical support inside the program Good Morning. We will bring this edition come to you this Thursday morning. Mina Sapti Kalon, they say bye bye.
Alright, and not forget to download the Blue Jeans app and be part of the discussion where Osiwa they organize this morning 11 to 12:30 as a topic where they look at na strategies for combating the coronavirus, lessons from the Ebola experience. They don't get a very good panelist of people and we go for discuss thing them where people and for learn from the Ebola response for apply them now where the country they try for fight the coronavirus. So be part of them, follow Radio Democracy throughout the day as we go get for link them and self we self get other interesting programs them we go for come to you throughout the day. Continue for listening and many thanks to Moses Kavra and Franklin Pemagbi. We make on see we live na Facebook. So till we meet again, may welcome to get yourself a wonderful day.
Alright, family, I'm searching all that to get inside with Good Morning Salone program, and with that, for wish you the best out there as you celebrate your birthday today, Mr. Desmond Benya, Manager, Public Affairs and Events Management Division at